Woman, eh. Woman, eh. Woman, eh. Asalo una ma woman demo. Asalo una ma woman dem for all over the world. Asalo una. For whichever place una dey una dey watch the video. Whether una dey na for farm, or una dey for market, or una dey for work, or una dey for house, or una dey for motor the drive go someplace. Asalo una o. Una welcome for MyTake. My name na Gina F. Yes. Today, my sisters, I want beg una say, make una stop for dwell into shadows for too long. Yes. Stop dwelling in your shadows for too long. Because when you dwell in your shadow for too long, it prevents you from seeing the light that is behind the shadow. That's my topic for today. And I know una go ask me what to be shadows. Shadows are those worries. Shadows are those problems. Shadows are all those things that are occurring, those unpredictable events and where they happen for your life. Shadows now when you lost somebody. Shadows when you lost your job. When you don't know how tomorrow will be. When you not get chop for chop tomorrow. When you are just so confused you don't even know what to do in certain situations. All those things, I call them shadows. And I call them shadows because for real they are shadows. Shadows are what? When you go outside on a bright day, you stand, sometimes you will see them. And sometimes you will not see them. Sometimes you turn left, they go right. Or you turn right, they go left. Shadows, you can't live without them. But yet sometimes they prevent light from coming to you. That is shadows. And that is why I call our problems shadows. Because problems in our life occur as for us to use it to get to a different style of life. Problems occur in our life so we can change our current way and start doing things different. Problems occur in our life sometimes just to make us more humble so we can appreciate little things in life. Problems occur in our life sometimes so that we can change our career path. Problems occur in our life sometimes so that we know that our Creator still exists. Problems occur in our life sometimes so we can appreciate each other. Problems occur in our life sometimes because it's time for a bigger door, for big events to happen in our life. That is why problems happen in our life, my sisters. Problems are not there for you to leave them, stay too long with you. Because when you leave your problems stay too long with you, they prevent you from enjoying the light that is behind that problem. Because make I not lie, like I always say, the darkest part of the night is when the day is about to dawn. When the light is about to shine. That is the darkest part. So don't leave that problem in your life. Don't dwell in them for too long, because when you dwell in them for too long, you become comfortable with them and they become more and more difficult to resolve and solve. That is why I am coming with this problem, my sister. Don't dwell too much in your shadows. Shadows in our life is thing we cannot live without. We actually need shadows to move from one destination to another. We need shadows to open bigger doors in our life. We need shadows to teach us how to humble. We need shadows so that when light comes, we will be able to enjoy and embrace and celebrate the light. We need shadows. That is why there's a saying that you cannot live without your shadow. You cannot live without problems. No. There is nobody on earth. If any man the way they live without shadows, may the person put his hand or may the person send me comments and tell me how they do it. Because we all have shadows in our life, sometimes one way or the other. And these shadows are meant to raise up to the better high. They are meant to bring the best out of us. They are not meant to sink us down. But if you use your shadow wrongly, if you dwell too much on your shadow, they might hinder you from reaching that height that you are supposed to. Why do I say so? Because some people run into alcohol when they get into trouble. When they can't think, when they are in problems, instead of thinking of way to solve the problem, they start drinking alcohol. Some people run into drugs. Some people lock themselves down and get depressed. That is the wrong way. Don't dwell on your shadow more than you should. Because the more you dwell in your shadow, the more the shadow will consume you, the more the shadow will consume you, and there will be no room for light. That is not why you were created. Shadows are there so that when we turn around, we can face light. They are there so that when we turn this way, we can see light. They are not there to hinder light from us. But if you refuse to turn, if you refuse to do the right thing when you have the problem, when the problem occurs, if you refuse to handle it the right way, the shadow will stay there for too long and there will be no light in your life. So my sisters, I want for beg una say, una not dwell for una shadow more than una supposed to. Shadows are not there to stay. They are there to lead us to a different path. I know una go here and talk say, wait till this one they run him up. Do you know the problems I'm going through in my life right now? You know, say tomorrow I don't even get chop for chop. You know, say my picking the way they sick so much, I don't even know some medication money go come out. You know, say I don't just lost my pa and my mommy. You know, say my husband is sick. You know, say I don't get no job, they don't fire me for work. You know, say all those you know, say, my sister. I know all the things what you go through. I know if you ever know all the things what you go through, my sister, for life. Because any man need to wear his shoes. That's so way God created them. But one thing for sure we are known, I say we all get issue for our life. We all get problems. Because we can't live a life without problem, period. We cannot live without our shadow, period. But the problem now waiting, now how we handle those problems, how we handle those shadows, now it makes the difference. Now it make your own become a wahala. Or now it make your own become your learning path and open good and brighter door for you. I tell you some story. 7 years ago, I gave birth to my first son. When I born my pikin, it be there 1 pound 2 ounce. I born it when over reach 6 months pregnancy. So just for tell you a little bit of how critical way condition be there. It be there 1 pound 2 ounces. I know say if I not be born for that particular hospital where I born that pikin, like today in the stories. If I be born that pikin for, in fact, some states and there for America here where the state first of all where they tell you say if pikin not reach 24 months, if pregnancy not reach 24 months, the pikin they born and they not go even try for save your life. But like as always, God never sleeps. But like as always, He sends me to the right hospital at the right time. And these doctors did everything they could. Before they do those things, they told me all kinds of stories. And they are supposed to, that's their profession. They come and tell me, you know, say the chances say this pikin no go live there 99.9%. I say yes. You still want to keep the baby? I say yes. Urology come. You know, say chances they say the pikin if you born he go blind 99%. I say yes. He asked me, you still want to keep the pikin? I say yes. Another one come. Gastrology. You know say this pikin dey so intestine dey so maybe you no go fit ever chop for a mop, or you no go fit ever shit, or you no go fit ever do this if you born am. I say yes. You still want born the pikin? I say yes. You know say no. All kind of professionals and come ask me that question. And they were right. They were doing their job. Because many kids can be born like that and don't see the next day. All of them come. I say yes. I want for keep the pikin. We born the pikin. 1 pound 2 ounces. It be flop all inside in my hand. Everything I think everything pass for my brain. He stayed hospital for 8 months before if he ever come house with under still serious cases for come house. The first 2 years was terrible. But this is my take from that story. When I born that pikin, we see that small so. Everybody tell me say, I'm not sure so you go school. I be going to go school. In fact, I don't just get my admission into a nursing program. And if person know where they America, you know how you don't apply for nursing program. How you do wait for that admission like crazy. I be just get admission into a nursing program. Now there was this debate. Do you drop the school and she done for house with the child, or you want to do them too? I look at this. All my friends and family tell me, say, hey, you know, go school again, go, she don't for care for the pikin. Oh, you go, she don't for this, oh, you go that, oh, you go that. But I thank God for my husband because he get the same mindset like me. I tell him truth. Truth be told, I didn't stay home. I did both. I sleep in that hospital, wake up in the morning, go to that school, come back from that school, come back to that hospital, write my assignment in that hospital, do everything in that hospital. I was back to school while he was there. And I go tell Una the reason why. I could easily give in into that shadow because it was a shadow in our life. I could easily give in that shadow and dwell in that shadow and be comfortable lamenting in that shadow and be comfortable saying that the situation is like that, it's like that, it's like that, it's like that, thinking all the worst calamities in it. But no. I think like I always do. How do I want to give this child a better, sustainable life? A child like this will need more from the parents. If I stay home and don't go to school, how will I be able to cater for him? I decided to go to school. It was challenging, but guess what? I did it. I went to the school. I finished the school. And today I am able to take care of him better. I understand him even better because the school helped me to understand him even better. And I can manage his situation even more better. It gave me more light. He changed my vision. He changed my way of looking at life. He made me know even the little tiny one who are 1 pound, 2 ounces has so much resilience than we ever think. He made me know that we can only handle the things we are able to handle. And so the things you are not able to handle, you bundle it and give it to God and do your own part. It made me to learn to prioritize. It made me to learn to be organized. He made me a better me. That is how you do with your problems. You turn your problems into positive things. You don't let your shadows hang there for so long. Because the more they hang in there, the lesser the light will come in your life. You want more light and lesser shadow. So when the shadow come left, my sister, turn right and face the light. If the shadow come right, turn left and face the right. That is what you do. When I mean turn left, I mean look for the solution so there can be light in your life. That is what I mean by turning. You don't sit comfortable in that shadow. You look for ways to bring some light in that shadow. That is what shadows are meant for. God do not give you any problem that you cannot handle. That I can say with a microphone. I can say it as loud as it can happen. You are not going through anything that you cannot handle. The only reason you're going through that thing is because that thing is there for you to use it to open bigger doors and change your ways of your life. And so, if you feel that sitting there, lamenting on drowning yourself into alcohol or drowning yourself into drugs will help you you are wasting your time. It will not. It will make you become addicted. And when you are addicted, your problem goes from level 1 to level 100. Because then the shadows will just be permanent if you do not work to change it. That is why I say, my sisters, I don't know what issues you have in your life. I don't know what shadows you have in your life. But one thing for sure I know is that shadows are there for you to make important changes in your life. And when you do this right thing, when you do the right thing, they only open brighter doors and make more light into your life. That is why shadows are there. That is why we cannot live without our shadows, because our shadow is what helps us to change our ways, help us to move to a different path, help us to look alive in a different light, help us to get stronger, brings the humanity in us, help us appreciate humans, help us understand others when they talk to you. So, shadows will always be there, but don't let them dwell for too long, my sister. Always look for ways to make light to come through, because there is always light on the other side of the shadow. I love you now. I love you now. God bless you now.